everyone, good evening. Welcome to 9th and 10th channel of Byju's. I'm your teacher Ankita and I welcome you all in today's class where we will be discussing about the very important and very interesting chapter from class 10th Political Science, Federalism in just one shot. So everyone, please make sure you stay with us till the end. Have your notebook, your textbook and pencil or the pen so that you can note down all the important points that we'll be discussing. Yes, everyone, so it's a very interesting class. I hope that all of you are excited for it. Good evening, everyone. I hope that all of you can see me and can hear me clearly. Good evening. Yes. Hello, everyone. How are you all? All good? Thank you so much, everyone, for coming here. Yes, very good, very good. Everyone, please make sure you hit the like button for the video. And if you're new here, do take a moment and subscribe to the channel. Oh, today was a school holiday. Nice. We are good. Thank you for asking. Little Star, Team 7. Yes. Sujita, D Sparkling, Mohit, Motu Patlu. Aarti, yes. Welcome to the class. Amril, Anita, yes, I'm a copycat. Student Ash. Yes, Naman, Hamsini, Sunil, Saurav, Rupinder, Seema, Learn With Me, Keja. Good evening, everyone. I'm good. Thank you, everyone, for asking me. I hope that all of you are doing good. So let's get started. Let's get started, right? Quick thumbs up. Yes, it's Ash. Yeah, it's not Ash. Got it. Ash. Student Ash. Okay, everyone. Chaliye, give me a quick thumbs up, everyone, if I am there, if you can see me clearly. And I hope that all of you are ready, right? Josh is really very high. So here, everyone, do take a screenshot of this. Now, we have this chapter, which is definitely one thing, which is a little bit lengthy as compared to the other chapters that we have in the Pol Science, right? So here we have the clear-cut divisions of the topics that we have in today's class, right? We have divided them, and these are the important subtopics we have. So, of course, first, we have what is federalism. Then we have features of federalism. We have types of federalism, what makes India a federal country, and how is federalism practiced in India. So everyone, do take a screenshot because this will be helping you to revise the chapter. Okay? And of course, in our textbook also, right, we have such things. Yes. Everything today, it's a one-shot. Everyone, it's a one-shot video. As you can see from the thumbnail, it's a one-shot video. That means that everything in one particular session only. Chali. Now we all know that India is a federal country. Yes, yes or no? Yes or no, right? We know that India is a federal country and of course we call it as a union country, right? Yes. So we know that in our country, we have been studying about since class 6 that what is government, how it is formed, everything revolves around the constitution. Right? And in the constitution, there are various important things which are written that actually help us to understand about our country and how it is ruling. The diversity that we have in our country, right? And the way the rules are made for the people, the way the country is running, right? There has an important role, right? We have a very important role of the constitution, right? In that. So now we are clear with that India has definitely, a democracy where of course people are there and of course they pick up their leader. Apart from that, there are important words like constitution, federalism. So we'll understand and we will go through with these. So everyone, please make sure you stay with us. Those of you, Rupinder, please don't spam. And duration of the class will be 1 hour. Very good, 38 or 14 UT, very good. Okay, everyone, I'll not be looking at the chat. Now, I will be focusing in the class. Please understand that. I'm sorry. I am not able to share the PDF, but I will share the PDF of this session. Okay? Sorry from my side. I was not able to share the PDFs, but I'll share it. Chaliye. I'll not be looking at the chat now, all of you. Please do behave and focus. When we talk about the federalism, let's understand what is federalism. In a simple word, when we have the power, we distribute the power is called as federalism. Simple, easy peasy thing, right? We have the central authority, the central government, right? And of course, if they share the power with the other parts, we call it as the federalism. Simple, easy peasy thing, right? So we know that it's a system of the government in which the power is divided between the central authorities and the varies or different types of constituted units of the country. So if this is India, right, and just a very rough diagram for us to understand. Now we can go back also, yeah. See over here, if this is India, right, every state has the distribution of the power. That is nothing but the federalism. Everyone clear? What is federalism? The distribution of the power. The distribution of the central authority to the constitutes unit, or when the power is divided from the central level to the state level, and furthermore, we call it as the federalism. Easy peasy, this is sorted. Chaliye. Everyone, you can keep on taking the screenshots when we are discussing. Okay, chaliye. Now that we are clear with this, let's move to the next topic, and this is super important. If you have seen question paper of the previous year, I'm sure you would have seen this question on the what are the features of the federalism. It's a clear-cut 5 marks question. Can come for 3 marks also directly. They'll ask you to write these points only. So please make sure everyone to pay attention now. I will take doubts after some time. All of you just look over here. Features of the federalism. What are the features that we have? We know what is federalism, distribution of the power from the central authority to the other parts, right? We know that we have 3 tiers, right? We have central power or the union power. Yes. Then of course we have the state assembly, state government, and then we have the local government. So this is how the distribution of the power is there. We have the central government, we have the state government, and of course then we have the local government. Yes. So this is how the power is being distributed. Now that we are clear with this, let's understand some of the important features. See over here, the first point, the first feature talks about that there are 2 or more tiers of the government. We have just seen. We have central government, state government, and local government. So we have tiers, not the tires, the tiers of it, right? Then they govern the same citizen. Now this is very interesting. For example, I am Ankita Sharma, right? I am currently staying in Karnataka. So definitely the state rules will be applied on me. The water bill, the electricity bill, the road bills, everything. The GSTs of the states and the restaurants are there. Apart from that, apart from the state government ka rules that are being applied on me, I have country ka rule also. Yes or no? For example, if I am in the country, right? If I am out there, I have to follow the rules of the banking, right? Income tax, so on. Clear everyone? Yes, everyone, are we clear? Right? So on a single same citizen, right? The rules and the laws are applied for all the governments that we have, be it the local government, state government, and the central government. This is point number 2. I hope that this is clear. All of these will be governing the same citizens. Each tier, right, or tier has its own jurisdiction. That means that it will have some areas. Okay, fine. Electricity ka hai issue, water ka issue, everything will come under the state government. Whereas, as I mentioned, banking, all of these things will come again where? It will be falling with the central government. See over here, in the matter of legislation, taxation or the administration. 4th point talks about the constitution specified the jurisdiction of each tier and guarantees its authority and its existence. Everyone, let's suppose this is A and this is B. All of you who have doubt, I'm explaining it again, please do pay attention. Let's suppose we have A and we have B, right? We have this yellow color individual and here we have the green color individual. Okay? Clear everyone? Yes? Now this, the small that I've made is state government. Yeah, this is the state government. Clear? And the blue one over here is the central government. Am I clear, all of you? Are you clear with this? Yes, green. हाँ बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, लेट्स स्टे फोकस. सौरभ सर के पास लेके जाएंगे इलेक्ट्रिसिटी का इशू, चिंता मत करो. आयुष आई आंसर योर डाउट बच्चे एंड ऑफ द क्लास में, ठीक है. चलिए, सो अभी क्या समझ में आया हमको? हमें समझ में आया कि हमने दो सिटीजन्स लिए, एक लिया ए और एक लिया बी. ए को रूल करेगी स्टेट गवर्नमेंट एज वेल एज ए लोकल गवर्नमेंट एंड यस ओके एंड वी हैव द सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट ऑल्सो. सो एक जो इंसान है, कैन यू सी ओवर हियर, दिस इज ए. दिस पर्सन हैज टू फॉलो द रूल्स ऑफ central government, state government and local government. Everyone, are we clear? Yes, all of you, are we clear? Yes, everyone. I know जल्दी जल्दी पढ़ाओ, कल एग्जाम है, पर बहुत से बच्चों को डाउट है, क्या करें? चलना पड़ेगा ना, दोनों को साथ में लेके. We'll try. We'll definitely try. Okay? So, everyone, are we clear? भाई कितनी बार? एक बार, 50 बार. Let's say focus. Yes, so if this is a candidate or this is you, okay, now let's remember, this is Lakshman Rao, जो no लिख रहा है, अब समझ में आ जाना चाहिए लक्ष्मणन को. This is Lakshmanan, right? On Lakshmanan, we have different types of rules. He has to follow the rules of the central government and he has to follow the rules of the state government also. And the rules of the local government, the municipal कॉर्पोरेशन का लॉज. क्लियर? बहुत सिंपल सी बात है. इफ आई विल यूज माई क्लासिकल एग्जाम्पल, लेट्स सपोज एवरीवन यू आर इन अ स्कूल, राइट? इन स्कूल व्हाट वी हैव अ मेन रूल, प्रिंसिपल रूल. अच्छा, यू नो व्हाट, फॉर दीज पीरियड्स यू विल बी इन द क्लास एंड यू हैव टू स्टडी. देन ऑफ कोर्स देयर आर रूल्स ऑफ द क्लास टीचर. In this period only you will be leaving the class, this you have to maintain, cut your nails, etc, etc. Yes, principal ma'am will say you have to come right on time, right? You should come by the school vehicles, etc, etc, other things. The class teacher will tell you should have your notebook, right? You should tell your parents about the parent teacher meeting. So both of these have different aspects, right? दोनों की अपने अपने अलग rules हैं, but the student has to follow both the rules. Clear? Clear everyone? Central government is central government, which runs the country, right? The prime minister, right, and its party form the central government. Yes. हाँ, यही तो मैम. It means कि citizen have to follow both the state government and the central government. Simple सी बात है, बहुत छोटी सी बात है. I hope अब सबको समझ में आ गई है. And every government has its own area. ऐसा नहीं है कि central government can jump into the matters of the central government and the central government can jump into the matters of state government. There's no direct interfere. Everyone please do understand this, right? चलिए. Now let's move to the fifth point. Federal provision in the constitution can only be changed with the consent of the central and the state government. Just imagine everyone, right? For example, if we feel that we have to change one law, right? Let's suppose we have to change one law in the constitution, or like we have to change something in the federalism. What will happen? Can I just close my eyes? Can I say now we can change the rule? No, right? If we have to change the rule or the law, if we have to add something or we have to remove something, we need a consent of both the central government plus state government. This is super important, right? It's not that the central government can take the decision by itself. They always has to discuss it with the state government. Once both the parties are there in a saying and in a terms, then only that thing can be passed. Everyone, are we clear with this? Very good. Then comes everyone, the source of the revenues for each tier is specified to guaranteed financial autonomy. So what happens at each level, there is a distribution of the finance, the money. This is very, very important, right? Because we know कि पैसा कहाँ से आ रहा है? The money comes from the people only, and the government works on the money. So there has to be the proper distribution of the money to the different governments so that they can work for the people. And then the last point, which is that courts have the power to interpret the constitution and resolve the disputes. In a case, if there are disputes between the central government and the state government, the Supreme Court, the court, right, can interfere and can act as an umpire and can actually help in resolving the disputes. Clear everyone? All of you, are we clear? भाई जो लोग बोल रहे हैं कि मैम इग्नोर कर रही हैं, you can leave the class अगर ऐसा लग रहा है तो, right? Clear? See, again, मैं एक एजेंडा के साथ में नहीं आती हूँ कि आज मुझे रतन को इग्नोर करना है. Yes? Everyone, now I'll take some doubts. I hope that you are clear with the important features of the federalism. Clear? 6th point, I will explain. 6th point talks about that there should be the equal distribution of the revenue. If the state government, if the central government has some money, right, has some money, they definitely have some money, so they should give that money to the state government. Every year, I'm sure you would have seen that state government will be requesting the central government for some amount so that they can have the development in the state. So central government has to provide the money to the state government. Similarly, the state government has to give the money to the local government for the development. Clear? Very good. Clear everyone? चलिए, हाँ, यूनिटरी गवर्नमेंट के बारे में पढ़ेंगे. ज़्यादा डिफरेंस से होता नहीं है. We'll discuss about it. Okay, चलिए. Everyone, are we clear? So we had 6 important points. Everyone, do take a screenshot जल्दी से. 7th point, I'll explain. 7th point talks about कि if there is any issues between the central government and the state government, the Supreme Court can intervene and can say that, you know what, I will take the charge, I will tell you. We will find a way to resolve the dispute. Clear? Very good. So let's quickly recall all the features of the federalism. First, we have different tiers of the government: state government, central government, right, central, state, local. Then they are governing the same citizens, be it the central government or the state government, they are governing the same citizen. Then the 3rd point talks about they have their own specific areas, jurisdiction that we say, right? State government will be able to control few parts. Central government will be able to control few parts. Okay. 4th point talks about the constitution specified the jurisdiction. Okay, what will come under the state government and what will come under the central government. Then of course, if we have to change anything, right, in the constitution, in terms of the federalism, federal provision, we can only do that if both the state and the central government works together and they agree on it. Then 6th point talks about there should be the share of the revenue with each tier of the government. And courts will come into between to help resolving the dispute. Okay, chaliye. Now let's move ahead everyone to the 3rd topic, that is the types of federalism. Now we have 2 types of federalism. Alright, what we have? We have coming together and holding together. Let's understand them with the example, right? Now what is coming together? In this type of federalism, we know that states will divide, alright, will decide to pool their powers and retain their identity at the same time. So what will happen? State will say that, you know, we want the equal power as compared to the state government and the central government. So can you see A, B, C? If you look at this chart, right, you will be able to see that all of these 3 states that we have equal power, yes or no? Yes, I will start class 9th ka chapter also next week we have. Everyone clear? What we have? We can clearly see that it's an equal division. So the states decide to pool their sovereignty, means their power, sole power, right? And retain their identity at the same time. All the states usually have the equal power and states are not weak as compared to the center. Now the states in this case, right, in the coming together, they hold the equal power as compared to the central government. Such an interesting thing, right? The center we can say is equal to the state, or we can say that states are not weak as compared to the center. The states have equal say and they have equal power. So that is coming together. All of these states are coming together as they are carrying equal power and they are forming a center. And of course, they are not losing their power. Right? We have the example of USA, Switzerland and Australia. Now, please do remember this. Again, a very important question. Coming together, remember two important things in the coming together over here. Actually, three. First, every state will have the equal power. They are coming as the whole power and they will not lose their identity. Second, they are not weaker as to the center. Right? They will have the equal power. Clear? And just remember the examples of it. Very good everyone. Yes. Okay? How we can relate center with the coming together? I didn't get you. Center with the coming together means the center. For example, right, every state will have different things. Eventually, if you talk in terms of the USA, right, we have parties there, and of course we have one. At the end, we have two parties where we have the major elections, and then of course we have the selection of the president. The president is elected, right? But what happens over there? Every state have their own power and they have own rules. Right? They're equally, very strongly equally to the center. Okay? Badhiya. Chaliye. Now let's talk about the holding together. In this we have our country. Now what happens in holding together? The countries divide, right? It's decide to divide its power between the constituent states and the national and the central government. States may be unequal, may have some granted special powers and some special preferences, right? And center tends to be the most powerful here. So this is very easy. In coming together, what we saw that the center has the major power. No, sorry, I've just flipped it. In coming together, we saw that both the state and the center have the equal power. We have the example of USA, Australia, Switzerland. In holding together, see over here, what are we doing? We are holding together. Now what are we doing? We are looking at different states. Now all of these different states does not have the equal power. Few of the states might have, important power. Few of them might not have. But in all the case, center has the highest power. Right, everyone? That is holding together. What is happening over here? The country will decide to divide the power unequally. Okay? There's no clear-cut division of the power over here. But eventually every power, the center will have the main power. Clear, everyone? Just like our country, yes, in India, we have holding together type of federalism, right? Spain, Belgium. Belgium, we had a discussion in the last chapter, right, of the power sharing. So there also we saw that. Clear, everyone? All of you, are we clear with this? The country will decide to divide the power, right? To decide its power in terms of the constitutional states and assemblies. And of course, they will have, some states will have more power and some states will have not that power. Clear? Yes? If the states are unequal, they will have some special power. Okay, interesting. So let's take a look at everyone over here, right? In our country, what we have? We have holding together. So, we have two types. We have, right, coming together, and we have holding together, right? What we have in coming together, just start with the example USA, Australia, and Switzerland. In this we have India, Spain, and Belgium, right? Then what we have? We know that in the coming together federalism, center is equal to the state. Center power and state power are kind of equal only, right? They both have their equal power. States are not losing their identity. Clear? Whereas in the holding together, center has the power, right? Center has the power. States are less in terms of, states have less power. Okay? Clear, everyone? And the states which have less power, or we can say unequal power distribution, they'll have special power. Clear, everyone? All of you, are we clear? Clear? Yes, states are subordinates to center, whereas in the coming together, states are not subordinate. Everyone, quick thumbs up. Jaldi se you can take a screenshot of this. Everyone, I hope that you have taken the screenshot. Clear? Okay. So everyone, are we clear with this? Right? If we go back, we have started with the coming to types of federalism. We have coming together, and we have holding together, and then of course we have the examples of it. Yes? Now there was a question on unitary, right? Ma'am, what is unitary government? The unitary government is a government where the controls is there only with center. Whoever is there at the center will be controlling everything. And we have seen this example in the last chapter, which is power sharing. The example is Sri Lanka. In Sri Lanka, we have the unitary government. Clear? Yes. Very good. Everyone, are we clear with this? Clear, clear, clear. Everyone, are we clear with this? Jaldi se bataiye. Excuse me, everyone. Yes. Okay. Clear, everyone? Okay. Chaliye. Now let's move ahead. You can take the screenshot. I hope that all of you have taken the screenshot also. Take the screenshot, everyone. Chaliye. Yes, yes. Just a little bit. Yeah, itching in the throat. Yes. Okay. Aditya, you want me to repeat again? Give me 1 minute. So everyone, I'm just repeating it for our friend over here, Aditya. And for all of you who had a misunderstanding and could not understand it, so here we have. So what are we discussing? We are discussing about the types of federalism. What we have two types. First, of course, we're discussing about the coming together. Now, what is happening over here? हम क्या करें? हिंदी में बताऊं? All of you, give me a quick thumbs up. हिंदी में बताऊं? जल्दी से, आपको एक thumbs up जिनको हिंदी में समझना है. Right? चलिए. So, what is happening in coming together? States जो खुद ही डिसाइड कर रही हैं, states बोलती हैं कि यार हम अपनी आइडेंटिटी नहीं लूज करेंगे पर हम जुड़ जाते हैं, राइट? वी विल कम इनटू द वन पावर, हम थोड़े बहुत रूल्स अप्लाई करवा लेंगे, बट वी डोंट वांट टू हैव मेजॉरिटी ऑफ द रूल्स, राइट? वी डोंट वांट टू लूज आवर पावर, we don't want to lose our identity, and that is the reason even though they are joining the center or even though they're coming together, they will still retain their power. That's a very important first point. They will usually have the equal power as the state, right? They have equal power as compared to the central power, right? And states are not weak as compared to the center. So the second statement says that they will have the equal power, so we can say that they are not weak as compared to the center. Examples what we have USA, Australia and Switzerland. Then we have the next, which is holding together. Now what we have over here, the country will decide that its power between, we can distribute or divide the power, it's the power between the states. the national and the central government, etc. So what is happening over here? There's a division of the power, right? And in the division of the power, it's not that of all the states will get the equal power. There is unequal distribution, right? States may be unequal in terms of the power, and if those states will have the special power. Clear? Center will always have the strongest power in the in the holding together type of federalism. Examples may we have India, Spain and Belgium. All of you clear? Yes, chaliye. Increasing our pace, everyone now. Very good. Chaliye, now we are moving to the question. Everyone quickly. Yes. Kavya Anjali, yes, we are moving ahead. Okay, jaldi se. Constitute states may be unequal power in which? May have unequal power in which type of federalism? Any federalism, coming together federalism, federation, holding together, or big country? Very good. Option number C is the correct answer. With this, everyone, we are done with the 3 important topics. Now we just left with 2 topics, right? That what makes our country federal, right? There are a lot of doubts that we have. We know that India is a federal country because, of course, we have the distribution of the power. And how the power is being distributed? We have the central government, right? We have the state government. And of course, then we have the local government. Right? We have the distribution of power in this particular way. Now, what makes India a federal country apart from this? This is what we'll be learning now. Right? This is what we have studied till now. That we have the distribution of the power. Let's talk about the constitution. Right? Now we know that constitution have all the rules and the regulation according to which the country, the government and the people should work. Every citizen have some rights, and every procedure that we have is the rules are written in the constitution. So when we talk about that, why India is a federal country or what makes India a federal country, again a very, very important topic. So let's stay focused. Of course, we follow the rules of the constitution that are written over there, and we have the union state, right? We call is a union of states, right? Even though we have federalism in our country, but if you look at the map of a country, we know that we have been formed a country by the unions, right? Initially, we have different states. How many of you remember the nationalism in India ka chapter class 10th mein? I'm sure you would have studied it, that at that particular time we have different princely states, right? They were kings who had the place, right? And it took them a little while to understand or to take a decision whether they want to join the state into a country or not. So, we can clearly say that India is a union of states. Different states came together, and then because of that we have the formation of the country. The word that we have, federalism, is not even mentioned in our constitution. This is such a surprise, right? But we do follow the federalism in our country. We have 3-tier system of the government. Yes, we have that. We have 3-fold distribution of the legislative powers, right? We have the distribution also. We have some state which have special powers like Article 371, and union territories have very little power. So let's look over here, everyone. Right? Now, when we talk about what makes our country federal, is that we have the power distribution from the central government to the state government to the local government, right? And of course, they have their own specific areas where they will be making the laws. So, right? The laws which are made by the center are called as the union list. Yes? Clear, everyone? So the laws that are made, right, the areas on which the union government or the central government will work, we'll call it as a union list. We have state list, which of course will come under the category of the state government. And then we have the concurrent list, which is kind of, it has a mix of both of these. Union government as well as the state government. So let's understand this, everyone. What will be there under the union government? Subjects that are important for the nation will come under the union list. So the central government right? The central government will play a very important role over here in making the laws, right? In making and controlling things such as defense, currency, foreign affairs, banking, and communication. These are few of the areas where the central government will be making the laws. As the name suggests, union list, we know that it is controlled by the central government. For example, if a center has to take a decision of the defense, right? Okay, what are the rules and regulation for the soldiers, right? If they are talking in terms of the foreign affairs, communication, banking, all of these decisions and the laws related to these will come from the central government. Then the next list talks about the state list. Now, what is a state list? Now, state list, as the name suggests, of course, will have the topics or the areas related to the state government. So, what we have police. Every state have different police. I'm sure you would have seen, right? And they are posted in that particular state only. We have different prisons also throughout our country that will be again controlled by the respective state. We have commerce, agriculture, irrigation. So all of these things, all of these areas, right, the laws that are made by on these will be by the state government. Okay, state government will take a lead over here and will say, you know what, irrigation ka rules I will make, agriculture ka rules I will make. Clear? So we have union list, state list, and the last list that we have is the concurrent list. Now in this, of course, we have the subject of the common importance for both the center as well as the state. So what is happening over here? Concurrent list is a list where there's a participation of both the government, state government and the central government. Both of these are coming together and will be helping in forming the list, right? Basically helping in forming the laws. What we have? Education. The education that we have, right? We have education policy change. No, it cannot occur, or there will be no change if both the governments are not agreeing to it. Forest, marriage, adoption, succession, all of these areas, right, the rules or the laws will be made by both the government, state as well as the central government. Okay, both have the equal participation. Just in case if there is any conflict, center, right, the law made by the center will have more importance. Clear, everyone? You can take a screenshot of this. Everyone, do take a screenshot of this, jaldi se. Very good, very good. Everyone take a screenshot. Yes. I'm good, thank you for asking. Okay, done, right? Chaliye. Now everyone, we have a special category. Can you tell me what is the special category that we have over here? There are some areas like communication, technology, right? That list comes under the what? We call that list or the subject as the residual subject, right? And center has the power to make the laws. Okay? Center has the power to make the laws like technology, important things that we have in terms of cyber security. All of these things will be coming under the, right? Will be under the subsidiary list, and that will be have the central control. Clear? Chaliye, everyone, are we clear with this? Okay, now you can take a screenshot of these things, everyone. Okay, so what we have, I hope that you have taken a screenshot of this. Let's move ahead. Now let's quickly talk about the important power that we are discussing, right? Article 371. Now this particular article says that it will be providing the special power to the states, right? It will be providing the, yes, states, special power to the state. This particular article tells that, you know, they want to preserve the culture. They don't have, so basically the people who are living in that particular state does not have the resources, right? They're kind of an extreme and people don't have the resources, and the government want to preserve their culture, their diversity, and because of that, the Article 371 came. According to this article, if the individual does not actually have the origin in that particular state, will not be able to buy a land, apart from that, they have special powers. Okay? I didn't get, you can study. Yes, I think you can study. Okay? Due to the social and the historical circumstances and for the protection of the land and of the culture, right? Preferential employment in the government service, of course, there's a reservation also. And this particular article plays a very important role in preserving the culture and the heritage. The examples that we have over here is Assam, Nagaland, Arunachal Pradesh, Mizoram is also there. Okay? Then we have the union territories. How many of you are aware about the union territories? Right? I'm sure you're aware about the union territories. Now, they are too small to become an independent state, so they don't have that much area so that they can become an independent state. But they cannot be merged into any state. Right? So, what happens? There is a formation of a union territory. Central government has a very special power and they'll be running these area. Okay? Clear everyone? The central government, of course, there will be a governor over there, but the majority of the rules will be followed of the central government. We have the example of New Delhi, Lakshadweep and Chandigarh. Now, of course, if you look at all of these, right, we have New Delhi, we have the chief minister, right, I'm sure. But what happens over here, right, they do have the power, but the main power comes from the center only. Clear everyone? Yes, everyone, are we clear? Ma'am, how giving a special power to the state will actually help in preserving the culture? So what happens? Yes. Okay? Clear everyone? So why we say this? While we are giving the power, right? If we are giving the special preference, the people from outside cannot come and stay there. So, for example, when we talk about the culture of a state, it's because of the people who are living there. So, the people, if from outside are coming and staying in that particular place, they can influence the culture of that state that we're talking about. Okay, so that's why it's really important. Yes, Afia. Yes, it's a union territory. That is the reason we have it over here. Okay, clear? Ma'am, what is happening in Aditya? I don't know that right now. I don't know. I have not seen the news currently because I'm in class now. But we know that they have a power. There we have a chief minister, right? And definitely there are few like water, electricity, all of these comes with the state government. And of course, you have some central government rules also. Yes, Rajkumar, please do ask your doubts. Please ask your doubt. Eutrophication and geography, we have it in biology, bache. Yes, Rishabh. Okay, everyone, are we clear? You can write your doubt. Rajkumar, I'll be able to answer you. Now, everyone, let's move ahead. Let's quickly wind this chapter, everyone. Few more minutes. Now, we had a discussion earlier in the features, right? That if we have to make any change in the constitution, especially in terms of the federal provision, if we have to change something, it should be happening together, right? Any change to the power sharing arrangement that we have, whatever is happening, right, if there's change in the power sharing arrangement, right, there has to be the law passed by both the houses of the parliament with 2/3 majority in both the houses. Then, of course, we have 1/3, 1/2 of the total state legislature. Okay? So again, over here, we can clearly see that if we have to change anything in the power sharing, maybe, right, there is an involvement of both the parties. Right, we have the state government contribution also and central government also. Of course, the amount, if you see 1/2 and 2/3 majority is definitely different, but of course, the contribution of both the governments are equally important. Yes, everyone, are we clear? Yes. It's competency-based question, Vedant. Article 371 is an article given to a state to provide them a status of a special state, to protect the culture, to protect their heritage, right? And to provide them the jobs and the security, right? This article came into the picture. Yes, chaliye. Moving ahead, everyone, I hope that your doubts are clear. I was taking your doubts in between also. Clear? Thank you, student Ash, for helping your friend out there. Yes, tomorrow. Very good, everyone. Vedant, I just mentioned we have competency questions tomorrow in biology, control and coordination. We'll talk about the limitations also at the end. Ma'am, if majority in the parliament is there but not complete majority of the state government, yeah, in that particular condition, the more preference will be kind of given to the, according to the numbers, right? If there's one or two short, I'm sure there is a provision of it. Yes, it cannot just go without the equal. There has to be the equal contribution. Lecture time, I don't know, bache. It's at 7 p.m. if you're talking about the bio lecture. Chaliye. Moving ahead, everyone, the last topic, let's quickly finish this chapter. How federalism is practiced in our country, how we practice it? By easy peasy method, right? We have the constitutional provisions and we have the democratic politics, and that is equal to the success of the federalism. Let's understand this, right? How in our country we practice the federalism? Of course, we have the linguistic states, right? I'm sure in recent time you would have seen that there is a formation of different states. Now these states are formed based upon the language, right? We have various states which share the boundaries, right? And of course, in a case of Andhra Pradesh, we have seen this, right? Clear, everyone? So, in terms of the language, there's a distribution of the states. Some states were created to recognize different culture, ethnicity and geography. We have the examples of Uttarakhand, Nagaland and Jharkhand. So there are two important things for all of us to remember over here. Linguistic states. First, of course, there is a formation of a state based upon the language the people speak. Second, the formation of a state is happening based upon the culture and the diversity they have. For example, everyone, right? For example, let's suppose there is class 10th A and there is class 10th B. Now, let's suppose, okay. We have one class, right, which is 10th A only, right, which is 10th A. Clear? Now, in class 10th A, we have 50 students. Okay? Clear? Now, the school principal decides that they have to make a class, right, in which there are students who will be looking or will be studying the PCM, or they are looking for students who will be studying PCB. Okay? Clear? So, they decide that they will break the class 10th into two sections. So, now we have class 10th A and class 10th B, right? What we have? We have PCM students who will be writing their JEE exam, and then we have PCB students, right, who have opted for biology and they'll be writing the NEET examination. So what had happened over here? There is a division, right, based upon the goals that they have. In a case of a country where we're talking about linguistic state, there are two divisions. First, of course, based upon the language they speak and based upon the culture, ethnicity and the geography. Ethnicity means that, right, something to relate in terms of their race. Okay? Yes. Very good. Yeah, I'm sorry to, I'm really sorry. I forgot to make the arts, but yeah, arts and commerce equally. So we can have 4 different sections. 10th A, 10th B, 10th C, right? Based upon the students and their preferences. Okay. My bad, I've just made 2 for us to understand. Chaliye. Now we have the language policy. So let me ask you everyone, do we have our official language in our country? Jaldi say. Ethnic groups and a power sharing, then probably linguistic division means. Yes, they have just used the word linguistic, but of course, broader discussions is there. We don't, very good, yes, in our country we don't have an official language. There's no national official language, right? Clear, everyone? No national language, Hindi and English are official language. Okay, remember this. In our country we don't have any national language, but we have 2 official language, Hindi and English, right? Besides Hindi, we have 21 or 22, and there are 22, right? We have 22 languages. So if, right, for example, if you want to write the examination in any other language, you will be able to write, right? If you want to write in Karnataka, Odisha, Bengali, you can write the examination because we have the markation of these, okay? Clear everyone? We have these scheduled languages in the 8th schedule of the Indian Constitution. More than that, English is used for the official purposes, right? And of course, there's a small case study which is mentioned in our textbook, is about that in 1962 in Tamil Nadu, right, the non-speaking states like Tamil Nadu opposed that they should not be removing English from the official language. English is very important. That is the reason they protested, and they did the protest, and of course the government at that particular time accepted it, and we have two official languages. We have English and we have Hindi as official language. Yes. Yes. I get your point. I get your point, student Ash, but here it's a little bit terms of the language and the culture division. Okay? Third point, everyone. Yeah, it's just a repetition of what we have just discussed. Third points talk about the center-state relation. I'm sure you would have seen nowadays people, right, the Prime Minister and the Chief Minister will have good relation. Yes or no? Right? It's not that the PM, right, the Prime Minister of a country, if they belongs to, let's suppose, party A, and if this particular Chief Minister belongs to party B, will not have good relation. They will have good relation. What is the reason of this good relation? Just in case, if in future this party A needs some support to form the government, the B party can actually help. Now, initially when our country was formed, right, the center power will not be very good in terms with the state government. They will not treat the state government equally, right? Probably if throughout the country we have the central power in, let's suppose, 10 states, the states which does not have the central power will have their own struggle in getting the funds, getting, aids from the government. But as soon as, the equation changes in our country where the majority is not coming to the central government, then they have to form the government with the coalition. How many of you remember about the coalition? Yes? Gathbandhan ki sarkar, right? People will be coming together. Two parties will be coming together because they don't have the majority and they will be forming the government. So what had happened? Because of the coalition of the government, the center realized that state government is really very important, and then they started the friendly discussions and conversations with them. So for the longest time, state government could not work, side by side with the state. But of course, after 1990, there was a beginning of the era of the coalition government, and because of that, we saw the two parties coming together and working for a common program. Yes, interesting, right? These are all things, you can take a picture of it. Yes, I will. Aditya, I will explain. Give me some time. Okay, the last part, everyone, what we have over here is a decentralization. Now, what we have in the decentralization? Decentralization, we understand the process of distributing function and the power is called as decentralization. Right, what we have? Clear, everyone? Right, the process of distributing powers and the function. So we know that the central government is there, we have the state government, but more further they gave the power to the local government, that is a decentralization. Center ke paas mein we have the power, right? But now they are distributing the power from the center and from the state, and they're giving the power to the local government. So what happens in the local government? Let's take a look over here. So we have two types of government over here. We have ruler, which is the village side, right? And then we have the urban. So what happens in the ruler? Right, in the initially there was no importance to the local government, but in 1992 there was a change in the constitution, and of course we have the entry of the powers given to the ruler government. What we have? We have Gram Panchayat, which is for example, if this is a village, right, we will have ward members who will be electing a sarpanch. Right, who will be electing a sarpanch. Clear? Now the sarpanch can be of one village and could be of more village. Then the sarpanch, right, will be there at the Gram Panchayat level. Then we have, when these small, Gram Panchayat comes together, we have the Panchayat Samiti, which is there at a little bit larger level. And at the last, we have the Zilla Parishad, okay, which is at the district level. And we have the head, which is called as the Zilla Parishad Chairperson. Clear? Right? So what is happening over here? So in this particular case, in the rural government case, the beginning, the foundation is made by the Gram Panchayat, which is at the village level. Then when few villages will come together, we will have the Panchayat Samiti, which is at the block level, right? And then we have the district, right? We call it as a Zilla Parishad. I'm sure you would have seen in movies, right? Clear, everyone? I'm sure you would have seen in the movies. For example, if we have this district, right? Let's suppose this is a district of Dholpur. Clear? This is a district of Dholpur. Okay? Now, what we have? Around Dholpur, we have various small villages. So what will happen? Every village will have their Sarpanch. They together will be, for example, east side, west side, they'll form the Panchayat Samiti. And of course, all of them come under the bucket of district level, right? And we call it as a Zilla Parishad. Okay? Yes, everyone, are we clear? Clear, everyone? Yes. Ma'am, head of the Zilla Parishad. Very good. The head of the Zilla is called as the Zilla Parishad Chairperson. Absolutely correct. Now, the head of the Zilla Parishad, of course, at the district level will be talking to the collector and the government that we have. Clear? Chaliye. Then we have the modern, urban, local. Yes? What we have? We have the urban local government. What we have in the cities. Now, if we have a small town or a city, right, if it's not very big, if the city is not very big, right, we have the municipality. 1 minute, yes? Clear, everyone? What we have? We have municipality. And in the bigger cities like Bangalore, if we talk about, we have municipal corporation. Clear, everyone? Yes, all of you, are we clear? Yes. Clear, everyone? Are we clear with this? Right? So, over here, what we have? We have the chairperson. The head will be municipality chairperson. And the head of the municipal corporation will be mayor. Everyone, are we clear? I'll write over here. Will be mayor. Clear? So, of course, we have the mayor in the big cities. Okay? And we have this in the smallest towns and the cities. Okay, everyone, are we clear? Congratulations, Aditya Raj. Ma'am, what is the block level of the government? Which block level is it's in between of the district and the state. For example, we have village. At a village, we have the Gram Panchayat. Right? If 4 or 5 villages come together and they'll form a Samiti, that is Panchayat Samiti. 5, Panch. 5 means 5. Initially, it was 5. Now, of course, the number goes up and down. Clear? Yes, Vedant. Yes, are we clear? So, everyone, are we clear with this? Let me quickly ask you a question. Find the correct order. Find the correct order, everyone. What is the correct order that we have? Very good, very good. Answer, everyone. Yes, the correct answer over here is option number C. We have Gram Panchayat, Panchayat Samiti and Zilla Parishad. Chaliye. So now it's time for us to revise. After the revision, I will stay and I will take your doubts. या फिर do you want me to have your doubts now? फिर summary का कोई मजा नहीं रहेगा, right? Let's quickly summarize. Right? Let's quickly summarize everyone. Okay? Chaliye, let's quickly summarize. What is federalism? I think few of you had the doubt who have joined the class a little bit late. It is a system of the government in which the power is divided between the central authority and the various constituent units of the country. So the country also have the power and the other states also have some power. There are two types of federalism in our country. There are two types of federalism in broader. We have coming together and we have holding together types of federalism. The coming together, in the coming together federalism, what we have countries, right, which states have their power, right? They have not given up their identity, they have not given their power up, right, and they are equal to the center. We have the example of USA, Australia and Switzerland. Few of the examples that we will remember. In holding together, the states, right, the country decides that they will be coming together, right? They will be coming together and of course they will have the division of the power. Now, it could be that few of the states might have unequal power and those states will have the special power given. In the holding together type of federalism, the main power remains with the center, right? Center is have a little bit more control towards as the state government. Okay. Then we have the important reasons that what makes India a federal country. I'm sure everyone take a screenshot, jaldi se. Ma'am, what is the function of the sarpanch? Sarpanch will be taking care of the village, right? Yes. So of course the sarpanch will take care of the village. Now they will be elected by the ward members that we have, right? And sarpanch will take care of the village decisions. For example, where we have to make or where we have to have the lamp, or do all the houses have the water supply from the tap, etc., etc. So what makes our India as a federal country? We have union of the state, we have 3-tier system in the government, we have legislative power between the center and the state, right? Power to raise issues in terms of taxes, we have Supreme Court. If there's any dispute, they'll come into picture and they'll actually help in solving the disputes. There is special articles, special power given to the states, and for any law to be passed, there has to pass from both the houses, Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha, and of course, the state also have a very important role over here. Then, we talked about the how this all happens. So, I think one of you had a doubt on the linguistic states. So, India, being considerate about the needs of the people, have divided the states, right? Eventually, people were calling and people were requesting for the division of the state. So, this happened because the people speak different language. That could be one of the reasons. The second reason could be that because they have completely different set of culture. They are different, the origin is very different, the ethnicity, right, that we talk about. And of course, their culture is absolutely different. In those conditions, the government will be able to take a call whether to separate a state or not. Clear? Yes? Then we have the language policy. In our country, we don't have a national language. We have two official languages. We have English and Hindi as official language. Center and state relation have definitely improved because of the formation of the coalition government. And last, decentralization. We know that there's a decentralization of the power from the center to the state and now to the local government. They will be conducting regular elections, right? They will be conducting a regular check that people are voting there. The state government has to give the money to the local government. All of these things are there in the decentralization, right? That plays a very important role. Yes? Then of course we talked about this. We have rural and the urban local government. So everyone, are we clear? Yes, in NCERT we have 22. I know. That's why I corrected over there when we had a discussion. It's 22. In NCERT we have 22. Yes, so I'll just quickly go back. And I think I have corrected it also. Yes, let me just, see over here I have corrected it. Let me just make it 22. Okay. Clear. Chaliye. So everyone, with this we are done. I hope that all of your doubts are cleared. Yes, all of you. No, no, no. There will not be a question to name the 22 languages. No. It will not be. Hello, everyone. Yes, there are a few limitations of the federalism. Now that we have understood the federalism, can you tell me what are the limitations of it? Right? We know that first of all, there's no equal distribution to the center. Sorry, there's no equal distribution of the power to the states. Right? So eventually, we have seen that few states have difficult time in getting development. Right? They have a tough time in the development and the growth in terms of the economy, right? That is because of this unfair, unequal distribution, right? Even though there are few states who have the special status, like we have the examples of Assam, Nagaland, and Arunachal Pradesh, due to their geographical layouts, right? It's difficult for the development over there. So the support is definitely being provided by the central government to the citizens there. Clear? Yes? So there are few, I would say that there are few, demerits of the federalism. But overall, India is a very successful, it projects a very successful federalism, right? India is a very good example of the federal country. In spite of having so much diversity and different types of people living together, the way the country is being run and the way the country is being moved by following the laws is amazing. Yes. Okay. Preeta, unitary government is a government in which, of course, the power is just there with the one party, or we can say just with the center. Okay? In the federal government, the power is shared. Like example, central government, state government, right? In the unitary government, there's just one central party or central government. Example of unitary government is Sri Lanka, whereas the example of the federal is our country. Yes, everyone, are we clear? All of you, are we clear with this? Thank you, student Ash, for sharing this with your friend. Nikita, we have 22 official languages. Okay, very good. In the state government, of course, when we have the state government with the federal system, again they distribute the power to the local government, right? See, just imagine, everyone, do you think that the Prime Minister of a country can go to the village, and can go to every village that we have in a country and can have a list? You know what? Village 1 mein, there is a requirement of 1 light. Do you think that it's possible? Tell me. Do you think it's possible for the central government? Right? Do you think it's possible for the central government to think about all the villages that we have in the country? No, right? That is the reason there's a distribution of the power. Central government said, you know what, I will not be able to have the good idea about what the people need. So they distributed the power to the state government. And state government said that we will not be able to take care properly. We should have the local government that will be able to contribute more in the development and the growth of the people. Clear, everyone? Very good. Advantages of the decentralization is this. With the distribution of power, people can actually follow through it, right? And there are important features. Proper elections happens, other things. But the disadvantage is that sometimes there's no election happening. Sometimes they don't get the money also. Okay? Chaliye. So with this, everyone, we are done with today's class. I hope that all of you have enjoyed today's class. If you have any doubts, please do leave them in the comment section below, right? So just leave them in the comment section below. I will be able to answer your doubts, right? Please make sure everyone to hit the like button for the video. Do share with your friends and subscribe to the channel. Right, everyone? If you have any doubt, please do write. We will be coming up with the quiz sessions also and the NCERT solutions in the upcoming future. And after today's class, please go and read the NCERT. Once you will read the NCERT, all your doubts will just vanish. Okay? So on that note, everyone, I will end the class. Thank you so much, everyone. Lots of love to each one of you. Please make sure you read the chapter and watch the session again if you have any doubts. I'll be meeting you really very soon. Till that time, do take care of yourself and lots of love. Bye-bye, everyone. Good night and keep on learning with Byju's. Bye-bye.